Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So, in the previous session, we have seen the fluid mechanics, the definition, okay, then some classification of the fluid mechanics. So, we have seen the application oriented classification, okay. So, fluid mechanics means it is the science that deals with the behavior of the fluid at rest or fluid in the motion and their interaction with the solids and other fluids in the contact, okay. So in this subject, basically we are interested in the calculating the pressure, then the forces exerted by the fluid on the other objects in contact, then momentum of the fluid particles. Okay. So this calculation we will study in the fluid mechanics subject. So the fluid mechanics subject is classified as a fluid static and the fluid dynamic. Okay. In the static, where the fluid will be stationary, okay, and we will calculate the pressure and the forces. And in the fluid dynamics, fluid is in motion, okay. So the motion of the fluid in the pipes. So this is the one of the example of the fluid dynamics, okay. So when fluid is in motion, we will calculate the pressure, okay, then the fluid velocity, its momentum, okay. So the parameters which are related with the motion. So this calculation, it is the part of fluid dynamics. Next, the application-based classification is the one is the hydrodynamic, which study the motion of the fluid that can be assumed to be incompressible. Okay, so in the hydrodynamic, we have the hydraulic. So hydraulic, it is the category of the hydrodynamic, which deals with the incompressible liquids. Okay, so incompressible liquids are hydraulic oils. Okay, so these oils which are used in the hydraulic cylinders. Okay, so this is the hydraulic cylinder of the JCB. Then this is the hydraulic jack, which is used to lift the heavy weights. Okay, and this is the hydraulic press. Okay, so fluids which are used in these applications. Okay, so this is called as a hydraulic branch. Next is the gas dynamics. Okay, so this is the study of the gas. Okay, and the parameters related with the gases. Okay, so it deals with the flow of fluids that undergoes the significant change in the density. Okay. Then we have the aerodynamics. So aerodynamics, it deals with the flow of gases, that is airs over the bodies, such as automobiles, spacecrafts, airplane, then buildings at very high speed. Okay. So these fluids, they will pass through this car. Okay. So while designing the car, we need to consider the aerodynamic lift and drag forces. Okay. So this study, it is based on the aerodynamic principle. So the definition for fluid is a substance which exists in liquid and gas phase. So substance that deform continuously under the application of the shear force or the shear stress. Okay. So this is more technical definition. So compared to the solid, the difference is liquid will continuously deform. Okay. When you apply the force or the pressure. So the fluids are defined with the help of the Newton's law of viscosity. So Newton's law of viscosity, it gives the relation of the shear stress and the rate of deformation. Okay, so it says that the shear stress is directly proportional to the rate of deformation, which is given as a du by dy, or this is d theta upon dt. Okay, so d theta upon dt, this is the rate of strain or the rate of deformation. Okay, and this is equivalent to this velocity gradient, okay, which is a du by dt. So here we can understand this with the help of this diagram or this animation. Okay, just imagine you have one container So in the container, there is a liquid. Okay. And on the top surface, there is one object floating. Okay. So on this object, you are applying some force F. Okay. And just these are the fluid particles. So you can imagine the liquid has parallel layers. Okay. So this is the first layer, second layer. So these are the fluid particles in each layer. Okay. So all these layers, they are in contact with each other. Okay. So here you can observe, this is the first layer. So this layer, it is in contact with this plate. Okay. So when we apply the force A, this plate, it will start moving with some velocity. So we will assume this constant velocity V. Okay. So the layer or the particle of the fluids which are in contact with this plate, they will have the same velocity. Okay. So they will start moving with the velocity V. And gradually this velocity will go on reducing up to the bottom plate. So this is the stationary plate. Okay. So this variation of velocity, it is because of the viscosity. Okay. Because the fluid particle in one layer will try to offer the resistance to the motion of the other layer. Okay. So here you can see this is the resistance. So each layer will offer the resistance to its adjacent layer. Okay. So the particles which are in contact with the stationary plate, theoretically, they will have the no slip condition. Okay, so no slip condition means this particle will remain in the stationary position because they are in contact with this plate. Okay, so here velocity will gradually increase like this, and the velocity will be maximum in this top layer. So you will get this velocity triangle, and here the velocity will be set. Okay, so here you can observe this variation. So when you apply the force on the plate, so this is the motion. Okay, so in case of fluid, this motion will be continuous because fluid will deform continuously. Okay, so in case of solid, suppose we have the rectangular block and this plate is fixed. Just consider this is the solid. Okay, and you apply the force on the top surface. So F. So what will happen? The solid will deform permanently like this. Okay, and the solid will offer the maximum shear resistance. Okay, we can consider these are the different layers of the solids. Okay, so this shear resistance we write as a tau is equal to applied force upon the shear area. So similarly, in case of fluids, fluid layer offer the shear resistance, but the motion is continuous. Okay, so fluid will start its motion continuously. Okay, just you will have the variation of velocity across the depth. Okay, so you will get this profile which is called as the velocity profile. Okay, and this variation it is given with the help of Newton's law of viscosity. So Newton's law of viscosity, its equation becomes tau is directly proportional to the rate of deformation. Okay, this rate of deformation from this geometry, so it is given as d theta upon dt. This is called as a rate of deformation. just you can watch the previous video. I have given the complete derivation. How do we get this rate of deformation? And this is equal to the velocity gradient, which is the du by dy. So this is called as a velocity gradient. Okay. So we can write tau is proportional to d theta upon dt. And from this, we can write the equation tau is proportional to du upon dy. Okay. Now this proportionality we can convert into equality by adding the constant, which is called as a coefficient of viscosity. Okay, so this coefficient of viscosity, this is called as a dynamic viscosity. Okay, so mu, this is called as a dynamic viscosity. And its unit is Newton second per meter square. Okay, so this is the SI unit for the dynamic viscosity. So depending on this law of viscosity, we can differentiate various fluids. Okay, so the fluids which follows this Newton's law of viscosity, they are called as a Newtonian fluid. Okay, and the fluid which doesn't follow this law, these are called as a non-Newtonian fluid. Okay, so we will discuss this classification. So before that, let us see the properties of the fluids. So properties are nothing but the characteristics. Okay, so you must have studied these characteristics in your maybe 11th or 12th or in the diploma. So first is the density. So density, it is the mass per unit volume. Okay, so it is represented as a rho, which is m upon v. So mass unit is kg and the volume unit is kg per meter cube. Okay, so unit is kg per meter cube. So if you take 1 meter cube of a volume, okay, and this is the fluid. So density, it will indicate how the fluid is closely packed in this volume. That is a 1 meter cube of volume. Okay. So for water, its density is 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay. If you take the mercury, so its density is 1300, so 13,600 kg per meter cube. Okay. So density of a substance depends upon the temperature and the pressure. Okay. So for the gases, density is directly proportional to the pressure and it is inversely proportional with the temperature. Okay. That means if you take the fluid, okay, so fluid, it can be gas or liquid. Okay. So for both these substances, gas and liquid, we refer as a fluid. So if you take the gas, okay, and if you heat the gas, then the intermolecular distance, it will increase. Okay, and therefore its density, it will decrease. And if you cool the gas, its density, it will increase. So here density is inversely proportional with the temperature for the gases. Okay, and density is directly proportional with the pressure. Okay, so if you pressurize this gas, okay, then the molecular distance, it will decrease. Okay, so large quantity you can occupy in a small volume. Okay, and therefore the density will increase. So liquid and solids, on other hand, are incompressible. Okay, just forget about the solid. So liquids are incompressible and the variation of density with the pressure is negligible. Okay, so if you take the water, okay, so it is an incompressible liquid So there is no variation in the density with respect to pressure. Okay. So if you take the water, and this is the pressure. So let us take this pressure as a 1 atmosphere. Okay. So one atmosphere means 1.013 bar. Okay. And suppose if you increase this increase the pressure. Okay. Suppose the pressure it becomes 5 bar. So it is 5 times atmospheric pressure. Okay. Still the density it will remain same for the water. So it will be 1000 kg per meter cube only. Okay. So variation in the density of the incompressible fluid with the pressure is negligible. Then second is the specific volume. Okay. So specific volume means the reciprocal of the density. It is called as a specific volume. Okay. So V, this is the symbol for the specific volume. So it is 1 upon rho. So it is a meter cube per kg. Next property is the relative density, or this is called as a specific gravity. Okay. So sometimes the density is just given as one constant value. Okay. So that is called as a specific gravity, or it is called as a relative density. So density of a substance is defined relative to some standard substance. Okay. So this is called as a specific gravity, and the standard substance is nothing but the water. Okay. So specific gravity, it is represented as a S. This is equal to density of any substance or a fluid upon density of water. Okay. So for example, the specific gravity, suppose we take the mercury. So this is equal to the density of the mercury, which is equal to 13,600 kg per meter cube, and density of the water, which is 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay. So you will get the constant value as a 13.6. So 13.6 is the specific gravity or the relative density of the mercury. Okay. So similarly, you can define the specific gravity for any substance. Okay. Just you should remember standard substance is water. The next is the specific weight or the weight density. Okay. The weight of unit volume of a substance is called as a specific weight, and it is represented as gamma, okay, which is equal to density into acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so it is rho g Newton per meter cube. So suppose for water, density of the water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay, so specific weight of the water it will be density of the water into 9.8, or this is called as a weight density, because if you observe the numerator here, it is in kg. Okay, so just convert that weight which is in kg in terms of Newton. Okay, so this is equal to Newton per meter cube. So this is called as a weight density. Okay, next property is viscosity. Okay, so viscosity is related with the motion, okay, or the flow. So it is the property of the fluid which offers the resistance to the movement of one layer of the fluid over the other adjacent layer. Okay. So if you consider this is the fluid. Okay. So fluid, we can consider it is made up of number of parallel layers. Okay. And suppose this fluid, it starts moving. So this top layer will have the maximum velocity. Okay. And this velocity will gradually reduce up to the stationary layer. Okay. So here what happens? Each layer offers the resistance in this direction. Okay. So this resistance is maximum at the bottommost layer. And therefore you get the velocity variation like this. This is the highest velocity in the top layer. The velocity reduces gradually and it becomes zero at the stationary layer. Okay. So the significance of viscosity you can observe if you consider the two fluids or two liquids. One is honey, okay, and second is the water. So which is having the highest viscosity? So honey, it will have the highest viscosity. So viscosity is greater than the viscosity of the water. Okay. So the viscosity, it is given by the mu, which is called as dynamic viscosity. Okay. So mu, this is equal to, it is tau, that is the shear stress upon the velocity gradient, which is the du by du. Okay. And its SI unit is Newton second per meter square. Sometimes the viscosity, it is represented as a poise. Okay. So relation between the poise and this viscosity is 1 poise is equal to 0.1 Newton second per meter square, or 10 poise is equal to 1 Newton second per meter square. Okay. So poise is a small unit compared to the Newton second per meter square. Okay. So it is 10 times smaller than the Newton second per meter square. And therefore 10 poise is equal to 1 Newton second per meter square. Okay, so these are some common properties that we will use when you will solve some problems in the fluid mechanics. Okay. So here we will understand some simple conversion of one quantity into other quantity. So here just we will take one simple example. We have 1 liter of liquid. Okay. Now for this 1 liter of liquid, its weight, that is the total weight of 1 liter of liquid, it is 7 Newton. Okay. So just imagine you have one container. Okay. And it's completely filled with that liquid. Okay. And the container volume is exactly 1 liter. So if you weigh this, its weight will be 7 Newton. Okay. So the question is, we have to calculate the specific weight then the density and the specific gravity. Okay. So just refer the definitions. So specific weight, or it is called as a weight density, it is nothing but weight of a unit volume of a substance. Okay. So specific weight we can write as weight of a liquid or fluid upon its total volume. Okay. So from this, we can find out the specific weight or the weight density. So now therefore, what is the weight of this given liquid? So total weight is 7 Newton. Okay. And the volume, it is given as a 1 liter. So now we need to convert this liter into SI unit. Okay. So the conversion is 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. Okay. So this is the conversion of liter into meter cube. So volume given is a 1 liter only. So we can directly write this 7 Newton upon this is 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. Okay. So finally you will get this 10 to the power minus 3 in the numerator will be 1000. So total is 7000 Newton per meter cube. So this is the specific weight. Okay. So you can denote this as a gamma. Okay. Now second is we have to find out the density. Okay. So it is a rho. So density is nothing but mass upon volume. So now here weight is given, which is 7 Newton. Okay. So from this weight, so weight is nothing but m into g. Okay. So here we can replace m is equal to this is equal to w upon g. Okay. So you will get the weight. So put the value of mass as this is w upon g. Okay. And its volume given as a 1 liter. So this is 1 liter. Convert this into meter cube. So this is 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. So W, this is equal to 7 upon this is 9.81. So this is the mass and volume is 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. So we can get this value 7 upon 9.81. So just calculate this value. So this is equal to 0.7135 upon 10 to the power minus 3. So finally you will get the answer as 713.5. Okay. And unit will be kg upon meter cube. So this is the density. Okay. Or you can find out the density directly from this specific weight. Okay. Or the weight density. So density is equal to specific weight upon g. Okay. So you will directly get the value of density. So specific weight is 7000 Newton per meter cube upon the density is, sorry, G value is 9.81. Okay. So you will get the same answer, 713.5. And next is we have to find out the specific gravity. Okay. So for the specific gravity, So specific gravity, it is represented as a S. So this is equal to the density of any liquid upon the density of the standard liquid. So density of the standard liquid, which is nothing but water. Okay. So this is equal to density of the liquid. So just we have calculated, which is 713.5, and the density of water, this is equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay. So from this we will get the value S is equal to 0.7135. Okay. So this is the specific gravity. Okay. So specific gravity. So this is the unitless quantity, because both this unit, they are in the kg per meter cube only. Okay. Okay. So this is the conversion for specific weight, density, and the specific gravity. So you must know the basic formula. Okay. So second, we will see calculate the density, then specific weight, and weight of 1 liter of petrol having the specific weight, specific gravity as a 0.7. Okay. So what is given? The liquid, which is given petrol. This petrol, it is having this specific gravity. So specific gravity is nothing but S. So S petrol, this is equal to 0.7. So this is the constant value. We have to find out density, specific weight, and the weight, that is a total weight. Okay, for 1 liter of petrol. So density and specific weight, okay, we can find out by using this formula. So density, this is equal to mass upon the volume. Okay. So mass so volume given here. So this is equal to 1 liter. So this is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Okay. Now mass is not directly given. Okay, but what is given? Specific gravity is given. So you can use the formula for specific gravity. So this is equal to S, and that is equal to 0.7. Okay, so what is specific gravity? It is nothing but the density of any liquid upon the density of water. Okay, so 0.7, this is equal to density of any liquid is nothing but density of petrol. Okay, upon the density of water, which is equal to 1000 kg per meter. So from this you can find out the density of petrol. Okay, so which is equal to 0.7 into 1000. So this is equal to 700 kg per meter. Okay, so if you use this formula, then this mass is unknown. Okay, so we cannot use directly this formula. Density is equal to mass upon volume. So what is given? Specific gravity is given. So use the formula for specific gravity, which is equal to density of liquid upon density of the standard liquid, which is the water. Okay, so from this you get the density as a 7,000 kg per meter. So rho petrol, this is equal to 700 kg per meter. Now next is specific weight. Okay, so we have to find out the specific weight. So specific weight or the weight density, which is a gamma, this is equal to the weight of the liquid upon its total volume. Okay. Okay, so but weight is not given for the liquid. So volume is given, which is a 1 liter. But how to find out the weight of the liquid? So for that, just refer this density. Okay. So we know that density is equal to mass upon volume. Okay. So from this, you can find out the mass, which is equal to density into volume. Okay. And then to find out the weight, we have to multiply mass by the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so you will get the weight factor.